Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gavin Major, and this is a continuation of our Let's Play and review of the British destroyers. Today we're reviewing the Tier 5 British destroyer HMS Icarus. Now in the tech tree, this is the first step change we have compared to the previous destroyers. So we're playing a game of Capture the Base on fault line from the shipping forecast. There are two destroyers I'm not keen on. Leander could be possibly an issue. Quite a few of those ships could be an issue, especially for the Icarus, so this could be quite a concerning game. So, Icarus. Survivability. She has quite a lower than average health pool. She hasn't got the lowest, but she is on the low end of it all. So, if you're doing a commander build, I'd highly recommend having Sims as an inspiration, just to get that additional bit of health. Artillery. She's got 4 single mounts of 4.7 inch guns, 2 forward, 2 aft. They're not the biggest guns at this tier, and they're not the longest range guns at this tier. So you're kind of in the middle. Oh, a Fiji. Torpedoes. We've got 2x5 launchers once you have her fully upgraded, and she has the classic British. You can fire in narrow or wide. Torpedo range, again, you're pretty middle of the group. Nothing special, not like the Fubuki. Maneuverability. She's not the fastest. There's definitely faster destroyers out there, and considering all the other nations come with engine boosts as well, you're kind of left in there, left at the back of the queue. Your only advantage here is going to be the British rudder that you get, the tight turning circle and very responsive rudder. Concealment, again, you're middle of the pack. You're not the best, you're not the worst. So considering a concealment build is always going to be a good thing to go for, especially in all destroyers really. Now, Consumables, she has the classic British smoke, so very small dispersion and very small, and doesn't last that long. But she does come with sonar, so she's the first British destroyer to come with sonar, and compared to most destroyers at this tier, only the Germans get sonar as well. Now her sonar is pretty good. You can pick up torpedoes at about 2.5 kilometers away, and enemy ships at about 3.5 kilometers away. And compared to other nations, it lasts about 3 minutes, which is almost twice as long as any other nation. Now in this game, the Fiji's going to pop the smoke screen over there, so he's kind of dodged my torpedoes, and the oboes is pushing in on the left. So at the moment I can't exactly do too much. I seem to be mostly scouting ahead for my team here, watching the enemy. Watching what the enemy's doing. Now usually there should be 3 ships spawning down here, but we've only seen the Fiji, and they're pushing down the middle, so we might give them some torpedoes just to lock them off. So what we'll do, we just almost just give that a quick fill it with torpedoes, and then what I'm doing, I'm trying to cover up the whole valley if I can, just to block out any alternatives. Also, I noticed that the York and the Scharnhorst are quite far back, so neither of them can actually see these two through direct line of sight, so it's me who's doing the spotting. So I can't exactly pop a smoke screen and start shooting. What we got there? We got two there. It was just the one. Was it just the one? Now that Pensacola could actually end up eating a torpedo. So a single torpedo, 8,200 damage and flooding. So he's going to pop that straight away. Now I don't think either of these has got direct line of sight. I'm spotted as well, which isn't good. I'm going to quickly slap it in reverse, pop a smoke. Hopefully I can dodge those shots. What I might do, I might just start firing this oboe. So I'm just going to continue travelling forward at quarter speed. Focus on that oboe. So you can see, you have to be quite a broad stance in order to get all your guns on target. Now that oboe does have torpedoes, so I'm going to pop the sonar out, and I'm going to put it in reverse because I'm just about to leave my smoke screen. Now lock gun view means your guns get locked in the direction that you're looking. It's quite useful if you need to look around and see what's going on. So that's always a good tip. There we go. So there's the Yobo's torps. Just got to make sure I turn the right way. Now we might be able to dodge this one. Yes, there we go. That was rather nail biting. Now we're going to have another smoke screen in a couple of seconds. So we're just going to keep moving. Get our detectability. Now we do have some more torpedoes. So what I'll do a net going from there on the assumption that the Pensacola maybe turns in. But I'll also cover off some eventualities if he turns out, which it looks like he's doing. Now again, I'm just going to pop another smoke screen because I'm sure that cruiser in front of me, the York, can see the Pensacola. Now the Pensacola doesn't come with torpedoes. She's the first of the American cruisers not to come with torpedoes. But both the Obo and even the New Orleans and the Pensacola all come with sonar. So always bear that in mind. If they start to push close to you, they can pick you up from about, let's say 4.5 kilometers just to be safe. So always be cautious about when you see a cruiser pushing your smoke screen. Here we seem to have dealt with most of their cruisers. Oh, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our smoke screen. Now remember, don't fire when you've got 2 seconds of your smoke screen left, or else you will be detected. So I'm going to hold my fire now, because there's no point making myself getting detected. Now Fiji. Now Fiji has just been released into the game. Now she's got British AP, and she has sonar as well, and she has a smoke screen. So she could possibly be quite dangerous to us. So I'm going to want to keep her spotted. Because obviously the longer she's spotted, the more punishment that can be caused to her from our battleships. I'm detected, but I'm going to drop off detectability in a second. Now Fiji's already twigged that I'm in the area and he doesn't want to be around. Now with a Fiji with British guns, you can quite easily hurt her. She's a tier above. I think if I get decent enough hits. Oh, she's gone. That just leaves. Looks like our team's pretty much mopped up quite nicely, which is always quite nice. We're probably going to win this very quickly. There we go. Ooh. There's 6 points left. Oh, crumbs. Let's see, it's just that New Orleans left. Well, this is almost what you'd call, well, I think they had a team of Olafs. They've melted like snowmen. Well, I haven't been able to show it with the Icarus in this game, because there are 2 destroyers on the other flank, but something the Icarus can do is it can push enemy smoke screens using your sonar. So always think, if you know what you want to do, is want to be pushing Japanese and American destroyers. You're always going to be concerned about American destroyers because they can outgun you. Your main target is probably to hunt Japanese destroyers. You're going to be cautious with German destroyers because they also have sonar, the Gady and the Mass, not the T-22. So with the T-22 you probably want to push it. With the Gady you probably don't want to, just in case. So with the Icarus, it's knowing the ships at your tier, which, especially the enemy destroyers, which ones to push and which ones not to push. So there we go. Nice little, not a massive impressive game really. Came bottom of the table. I mean, it was quite flank. I think most of my points came from spotting there, which is one of the key things that a destroyer should do. But still made a pretty penny. As always, the ship build and the commander build is down in the description. And if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I'm the Gavin Major, back to the port.